Yeah, so the first time we came was the first time I came was in July last year. Amazing experience for me. First time I've been in the Caribbean, so a new experience in a new part of the world. And everyone at Mount Pleasant is super friendly, super engaging, super hospitable as well. So they're really welcoming, supportive of the ideas that the GIS want to support Mount Pleasant with, and then learning all about Mount Pleasant's values, the club that you've got, the players that you've got, the structure, the coaches, and so on. It was a really good touch point to kind of get feet on the ground and introductions and so on. And then since that trip in July, we've done a lot of work remotely, and now we're here again with the live lab experience. Yeah, it's massive. I think, as you just mentioned, data is running throughout football now, all throughout the world. You can scout players from any region. Again, touching upon it, as long as there's video, data can be produced on that, and we can use that as well. But then the real value gets added by visiting the place in person. We can look at data and that's brilliant, and we can assess, okay, this is a player's average player profile, these are the performances, these are how they have developed over the last few years. Whether it's someone that we're scouting in terms of a U14 or a U17 competition, or whether it's a Mount Pleasant player who's developing through the age groups. But that data is what has happened. There are also immeasurables within football as well that you can't measure in terms of someone's character, their mentality, how they communicate with teammates. And then so getting here in Jamaica and being able to speak to the coaches, speak to the players, deliver live sessions as well. Okay, we can do things, over Zoom or Microsoft Teams, but getting in person, it gets that real strong kind of connection to the club that the students have been working with over the past few months.
So I used to play when I was younger, growing up, just playing Sunday league level really, so that's where my passion for football started. I did an undergraduate degree in sports nutrition, so I've always been interested in getting in like the behind the scenes side of sport, and then I found the degree at GIS, and I thought I could live my dream with travelling and watching football as one, and that's why I'm out here in Jamaica. It's perfect. We're loving it so far. I've met some great people. Like Dom said, we're really enjoying the culture, and we even managed to have a game yesterday with the kids, and they definitely showed us off a bit. So yeah, it's been really good so far.
First of all, there's talent all the way through Mount Pleasant. We've seen it for all the various different groups. We've seen it in the academy. We've seen it in the first team. We haven't had the opportunity to watch a competitive first team fixture, but we did watch them against the Jamaican Defence Force recently, and it was a very good match. We spotted some good patterns of play that we were looking out for. We noticed some certain different structures that we were looking out for in the formation and the way that we use the ball going forward. And then we're here today to see a Tier 2 match with the academy. We've watched their training sessions.
Our education is not just about theory, it's about applying that theory in a real life setting really. So we started a lot with the analysis side of things and the coaching analysis students, especially remotely. We've been able to do that in terms of scouting other Jamaican Premier League teams from Mount Pleasant, match analysis, analysing the first team games and giving the first team information, data, videos that they can improve in training, from scouting, from CONCACAF tournaments, from under 14 to under 17. So that's some of the stuff that's been going on over the last 6 to 9 months. And now that our media students and business students now are all here in the live lab, again over this next week, we're recording academy sessions, working with the coaches to record what we've been doing with the first team in terms of analysis, patterns of play, seeing out the links with the game model. For the business students and media students, again, working with Mount Pleasant and looking at how they can grow in terms of fan engagement, business development opportunities, especially some of the students because they're in full-time jobs and expertise like community development, women's football, and then some of our students from the media side as well, how they can help Mount Pleasant grow their media presence, support on social media. And again, this is just the start. So once we've been here, we can go away, set some objectives, work with Mount Pleasant staff and think, okay, what's the next thing we're going to do in the next 3 or 4 months before the next live visit. And then some for myself, because my background is coaching and still coach at Liverpool part-time, is I'm going to be working with some of the coaches, recording them, getting them mic'd up, getting the students to clip some of the film, and then just having a little one-to-one with them, reflecting on their session, getting them to really think about some of the parts of their practice where they can go away and develop. And then with Zoom or WhatsApp, we can have a call and catch up really. So, and then when I come back, work with the other coaches that I haven't worked with in the academy area, and just a continuous development for them.
And you know, it was just interesting seeing a Bajan youngster here in this environment. Obviously, you know, we don't have this back home. I was telling them, like, if we had 10 more Mount Pleasants in around the Caribbean, you know, like the football here would be way, way, way higher.